Joining in, he has Concor on his radar. Mangalam, over to you.
Well, there are two contrasting pieces of news for Container Corp this morning. The first one, of course, is that there could be acceleration in privatization of Container Corp. News reports suggest that the government is likely to invite expressions of interest this month itself, and this, Macquarie believes, is one of the triggers stock as well, which is divestment of government stake. However, on the other hand, yesterday towards dying hours of trade, we got their third quarter volume updates as well. And they weren't very good because, while year on year the volumes grew by about 5%, there was a decline quarter on quarter. And Exim, which is the mainstay of the business, their volumes grew by just 0.6%. And this is, an indication of further market share loss as indicated by or as expected by Macquarie. And importantly, this is after 6 months of the DFC coming in. So we haven't seen any significant jump from road to rail yet, and that is one thing that worries Macquarie, and as a result of which they have an underperform rating, which is the target of 620 rupees per share. So it remains to be seen which way the stock moves today. If it's on the way up, it is perhaps on expectations of faster divestment. If not, then maybe it's the volumes which is worrying the street.
Yeah, all right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Well, Kotak has come out with a note on Nalco, and after a while, we are seeing a brokerage house going ahead and downgrading a stock from the metals pack. They've downgraded the rating to sell from reduce earlier, though the fair value is unchanged at around 70 rupees. They've given three big reasons, namely that the risk reward is unfavorable at these levels. Point number one, they expect earnings to be range bound for the next few years because they believe that there's limited upside for aluminium prices, and also there will be persistent cost pressure in the alumina division. Point number two, they believe there will be negative free cash flow over the next few years because of the big capex for alumina refinery, and that's return dilutive as well. And point number three, they're saying now the stock is trading at around 6.5 to around 7 times, which we know is pretty expensive. So all these 3 points, that's why Kotak is a little bit cautious on this one.
Okay, well, let's get back to tracking the markets then. We have a couple of these real estate stocks as well that could be in focus this morning. Phoenix Mills could top that list. Sonal is here to tell us why she's watching that one. Sonal, over to you.
Well, yes, the real estate space will be in focus. CLSA has written a note on some of these companies where they actually go on to say that housing growth is likely to moderate to 10% in the coming year, and office may remain flat on a YY basis. Their top picks are DLF Prestige, Embassy REIT and Phoenix Mills. So particularly about Phoenix Mills, they have upgraded it to a buy from an outperform, have also increased their target price to 1,711. They expect same-store rental growth at 12% for the mall business, and the accelerated momentum for discretionary spends, the likes of apparel, QSR, footwear, jewelry and beverages, is what will aid earnings for Phoenix Malls this time around. In 2023, growth would also be aided by normalizing of trading occupancy levels as well. On the flip side, for Godrej Properties, while they have upgraded the stock to an outperform from underperform, they've cut the target price to 1417 from 1523, and this is because they think the profitability outlook for Godrej Properties is weaker. Additionally, they have also cut target price for Sunteck from 590 to 502 due to delay in the new launches that the company has been talking about.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. I just want to mention that a couple of these stocks, Phoenix Mills actually is having a good run this morning. It's up in the green. A lot of the other names, some of these names in the broader markets, transformers and rectifiers, one of them has been hitting fresh 52-week highs. So keep an eye out on that. That's up another 1.5%. Something like an NMDC is holding up in the green. Zomato is coming back as well. Mitesh, just some quick thoughts before the market opens on these real estate stocks. Godrej Properties, Phoenix Mills, anything that you like from a technical standpoint?
In fact, Godrej Properties is something which is on my radar. It's made multiple lows around this 1160, 1170 zone, starting from sometime in October. I think we have seen this level hold out many times. And now I think once you get a reversal about 1245, 1250, then I think the stock should get into an uptrend with a target of 1320 on the upside, which is closer to the 200 average.
Okay, we just have about 30 seconds left for the markets to open. Looks like it's going to be a quiet opening. I think that's something that the street could take with both hands. We have lots of big cues lined up later in the day, so the market could be in wait and watch mode. One of the big movers this week has been Tata Motors. It's up 10% for the week, and in all likelihood,